Good afternoon. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. Welcome to your Tuesday editorial analysis. For those of you for whom this is the first session, my name is Savitri Krishnamurty. I teach English and Logic at BYJU'S. This editorial analysis happens every Tuesday. It's an editorial analysis from a linguistic point of view, which will help you deal with the reading comprehension section of most aptitude tests. Since MAT CET and CMAT are round the corner, I have made this passage or article more like an MAT CET RC passage. Lots of vocabulary questions, lots of direct questions, a couple of grammar questions. All right, are you ready to start? If you can see me and hear me clearly, give me a thumbs up. We'll start the session. As always, I'm going to give you about 40 seconds per slide, and then we'll start the questions. Any doubts, please put it on the chat box. All right, let's start. Quickly read this in 45 seconds. All right. All right. So what did you read here? Results of a survey. Let's quickly read through it. Whenever you have a lot of facts and statistics given, you have to refer back to this part of the passage if there is a question on it. Remember, because we don't remember numbers very well, right? I don't remember. All right, let's start. The passage says, the pandemic was difficult for India's youngest citizens, the children. But the true import of its impact is coming to light now. We're realizing its actual impact now. In the annual status of education or ASER report of 2023, Beyond Basics released on Wednesday, they found out that more than half, they surveyed students aged 14 to 18 in rural areas. And what did the survey find out? That more than half struggled with basic mathematics, a skill they should have mastered in classes 3 and 4. Basic mathematics of the standard of 3 and 4, classes 3 and 4 maths, students who were 14 to 18 years old could not do. The household survey, the first field-based 1 in 4 years, was conducted in 28 districts across 26 states and assessed the foundational reading and arithmetic skills of almost 35,000 students. In other findings, so this is this. The ASER study found 28 districts, 26 states, 35,000, almost 35,000, 34,745 students, 14 to 18 years old in rural India. This was the sample. And what did they find? That these 14 to 18-year-olds struggled to do the basic maths that was taught in 3rd and 4th grades. In other findings, about 25% of this age group cannot read a class 2 level text in their mother tongue. So they're not just not good at maths and basic mathematics. Another survey found that they can't even read in their mother tongue. Boys are, however, better at arithmetic and English reading skills than girls. This is another survey. Overall, 86.8% in the 14 to 18 year age group are enrolled in an education institution. But they found that a lot of them, the enrollments are pretty high. But there are gaps as they grow older. While 3.9 of 14-year-olds are not in school, the figure climbs to 32.6 as they become 18. So 14 to 18, the dropout rate is higher. Also, for class 11 and higher, most students opt for humanities. They don't get into the science stream. Girls are less likely to be enrolled in the science stream, 28.1%, compared with boys, 36.3%. And only 5.6 have opted for vocational training and other related courses. All right, let's read the next slide again in 45 seconds. Read it quickly. All right, so what does it say? The proportions, this are continuing with trends of educational status of rural students. All right, hello Shubham. The proportion of children opting for private tuitions nationwide went up 25% in went up from 25% in 2018 to 30% in 2022. That means they're not finding the school education adequate enough, so they're having to take private tuitions to supplement or to help them cope with what is being taught in school. Close to 90% of the youngsters surveyed have a smartphone and know how to use it, though many are unaware of online safety settings. So they do know how to use a smartphone, but they do not know how to keep themselves safe. Online safety security settings, they are unaware of. The trend, especially the lag in reading and solving simple arithmetic, give an inkling of what ails the education system. So this trend that they're not able to do basic maths, they're not able to read, there is a lag in their reading and mathematical skills. This shows the state of the educational system in India, according to the editor. The NEP 2020 says the top priority is to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in private schools by 2020, in primary schools by 2025. The report says all states have made a major push. They have tried, they've made efforts in foundational literacy and numeracy under the Nipun Bharat mission. But the number shows that in a diverse and vast country such as India, there is a lot of catching up to do. There is a lot of people in various sections, especially the rural areas, are lagging behind. So they need to do a lot of catching up where basic literacy and numeracy, basic skills of reading and numbers are concerned. While rising enrollment is a good thing, we have high enrollment, he's at 86 odd percent when it's 13, is a good thing. Enrollments are rising, but what awaits the student after they finish compulsory school cycle? School is compulsory till class 8. So till class 8 compulsory education, they are going through it. But what they have to cope with after this compulsory phase is not that positive, not that rosy. Why? Author says, sometimes because they are simply not able to cope with the ambitious curriculum of the higher secondary level, 9th and 10th standard curriculum, they are not able to cope with it. It's too high. Second, the right to education, and the author's concluding remarks are that the right to education 2009 may have ensured universal access to education. Everybody is getting an opportunity to get educated, they're getting the access to primary education, but there is a gap to fill before it touches every child in the true spirit of the. They have access to education, but are they getting educated? That is the question the author is asking. Clear? All right. Question 1, as always, which one of the following best sums up the main theme of the passage? What's the main theme? He started by talking about the results of an All India survey of rural children 14 to 18, 26 states, 28 districts. They found that 14 to 18-year-olds could not do much could not do the basic maths that a third grade student should have done, 8 or 9, 10 years max. right? Other reports said that students are not opting for science education. Some people can't even read in their mother tongue and all that. The second part, the author says that all this shows that even when education has enrollments in school have gone up, access to education is there, still whether the actual spirit of the law of right to education is being fulfilled. Correct? So let's see which of the options best sums up these main points. The impact of the pandemic on the Indian education system, the author has mentioned that post-pandemic they found a huge lag. Is that the main point though? That's one of the points he has mentioned. The unprecedented rise in enrollments in India's school after the pandemic. He did speak of the rise in enrollments, but did he say it's unprecedented, not has never happened in India before? Hasn't used that word. Second, that is not the main point. He says even though enrollments are high, students are not really learning anything. That's what he's saying. Basic math skills they don't have, basic numeracy and literacy skills they don't have. Despite rising enrollments, there exist gaps in India's education system. Do you think this is the main point, or is it D? The gaps in India's education system are closing quickly and effectively after the pandemic. Sorry, what's happening to me? All right, which do you think is the right answer? A and B we have negated. Is it C or is it D? Quickly tell me. Give me your answers quickly before we move on. Obviously, the author says there exist gaps, doesn't talk about them closing quickly. Therefore, you're right. The correct answer is C. What is the tone of the author? What is the author's tone about Indian education system? What is his tone? Throughout the passage he's mentioned, he's talking about India's educational system. He talked about the results of different surveys, where the students going, what they're doing. What is his tone? A, laudatory, B, indifferent, C, callous, or D, skeptical. Laudatory means to praise. Is he praising the Indian education system? He has said enrollments are high, but he has not said, oh, India has to be complimented for such high enrollment. He hasn't said that, right? Indifferent, is he concerned? Why would he write the passage if he thinks it's indifferent? Shubham, give me the question number. Is it the tone question you're talking about? Callous means unsympathetic, not caring. If the author's tone towards the Indian education system were callous, he would not say that the last lines, that yes, people are having universal access to education, but is it really working? Is that spirit has not really touched? So he is skeptical, he is doubtful about the effectiveness of India's educational access, the right to education. Therefore, D is the right answer. You can say he's critical of the way schools are being run in rural areas, but he hasn't said that. So he's doubtful. We have access to education. Is it really working? That's what he's asking. So skeptical is the best word to describe his tone. Yes, you got that right. Good. All right, next question. Which of the following is true about the ASER survey results, the school, whatever results given at the beginning? For this, if you do not remember, you have to go back to the passage, right? ASER Annual Status of Education Report. This is the ASER. In other findings of ASER, was it? Yeah, not in other surveys. One, it said that students 14 to 18 struggled with basic mathematics, a skill they should have learnt in class 3 and 4. Second, it said that 25% of this age group can't read a class 2 text in their mother tongues. 3, boys are better in arithmetic and English skills than girls. 4, overall 86.8 are enrolled, but as they grow older, they drop out. Right? 5th, girls are less likely to be included in the science stream. I think one of the answer options might be wrong. Yeah, the survey was conducted by a civil society organization among rural students. Which of the following is true? It is true. Civil society organ. This is correct. All states and districts is wrong. In another findings, a quarter of the students should not greet, not all students, only the surveyed students. So this will not work. Okay, but this is the organization amongst rural students is the language is ambiguous. So the correct answer is B. All right. Which one is not correct? Perfect. Which one is not true according to the passage? The proportion of children opting for private tuitions nationwide went up by 5% in 4 years. The author says 2018 to, 2022. In 2018, it was some percentage he gave. Is it 5% is what we have to see. Yes, 25 to 30%. So option A is correct. We want to see which one is not true, right? So option A is correct. So this cannot be our answers. A majority of the youngsters surveyed have a smartphone and know how to use it, though many are unaware of online safety settings. This is also correct. He said, right? Most students who finish compulsory school cycle are not able to cope with the ambitious curriculum set for higher secondary school. He did mention this. So A, B and C are true. That means D is not true. Why is it not true? The Right to Education Act 2009 has touched the life of every child, which he has said, lived up to the true spirit. He said, but it has not lived up to the true spirit of the law. Universal access to education is there, but the students are not really getting any education. So it has lived up to the true spirit of the law. In the last, contradicts the last line of the passage. Therefore, the correct answer is D. Did you get it? Good. Question 5. Which of the following is a synonym of import in the context of the passage? Question 5. Give me an answer. Then I'll go back to the passage and show you what is the meaning of import. Question 5. Give me the question number. Alright, otherwise I don't know which is the answer. If you see A, B, C, D, I won't know which one you are referring to. There is a small lag between your answering and my questions. Significance, indicate, ship in, bring in. What is the meaning of import according to the way it has been used in the passage? Remember, most questions in RC are vocabulary are contextual based on their use in the passage. How is it used in the passage? Go back to the line where the word has been used. I have highlighted it so we don't waste time looking for it. The pandemic was tough for India's youngest citizens, the children, but the true import of its impact, but the true meaning of its impact we are realizing only now. So what is the meaning of import? Which of the options is correct? Significance, indicate, ship in, bring in. You import goods means you ship it in or bring it in. Okay, but the true meaning or the true significance of its impact. We know education was impacted, but how much and the real meaning and significance we are realizing only now. So the correct answer is A. Which one is the synonym of the word lag? There is a lag in their reading skills. A class 8 student or 9 student can't read, can't do maths meant for a class 3 or 4 student. So there is a lag in his reading skills or lag in his math skills. What do you think lag means? To advance, to develop, to fall behind, or to implicate. Quickly give me the answer, very easy. Question 6. What is the synonym of lag? A, to advance, B, to develop, C, to fall behind, or D, to implicate. What is the meaning of lag? Lag means to fall behind. C is the right answer, absolutely. So C is to fall behind. Alright, fill in the blanks with the appropriate phrase. Fill in the blank, there is only one blank. The company has decided to, so this phrase has been used in the passage, but I have not used the same sentence. I have given you a separate sentence. Let's see if you remember the phrase and its meaning. The company has decided to use advanced technologies in order to dash its competitors in the industry. Catch, catch up to, catch on to, or catch up with. Competitors have gone ahead. They have used advanced technologies. They've gone ahead. Now you want to reach that stage. So you have also decided to use advanced technology. That phrase is catch, catch up to, catch on to, or catch up with. What's the correct answer? To make up the distance that you are lagging behind is to catch up with. Option D is the correct answer. Excellent. All right. Identify the sentence that is grammatically correct. There is many a gap to fill before the right to education touches every individual in the true spirit of the law. There are many a gap to fill before the right to education touches every child. There are many a gaps to fill before, or there are many gaps to fill up before the right to education. So this part is the same for most, except here. No, sorry. This part is the same. Everywhere. So this is the only part you need to look at. There is many a gap. Correct. There are many a gap. Many a gap is singular. So there are, you can't say. There are many a gaps. Again, many a gaps is wrong. Either you say many gaps or you say many a gap. So there are many gaps. To fill up is wrong here. There are many gaps part is correct, but to fill up is wrong here. Therefore, the correct answer is A. Alright. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that short and sweet article. We have a CAT college predictor based on your scores. You keep asking, where will I get in? Where will I get calls? Where will I convert? So use this to find out which college you can get into. Also, you have any doubts, any questions, there are many questions you ask. Is there a Maharashtra CET, CMAT specific course that you're conducting? Yes, we are. We have started classes. So you want to join that, fill this form. One of our counselors will talk to you. Have you started any batches for the CAT 2024? Any course? Yes, we have. If you want to know what are the courses, what are the timings, what are the fees, what are the schemes available to you to avail that, do fill up this form. One of our counselors will call you, talk to you, and choose the course that is best suited to you. It's not a one size fits all, right? So you find out which course is suitable for you, what are the courses we are running for you, what are the facilities, what are the extra tests, what kind of service are we providing. do fill this form. One of our counselors will talk to you, give you a one-on-one talk on what exactly we are doing, and answer all your doubts regarding BYJU'S Exam Prep and what are the courses you can avail. All right. Join all or any of our social media channels to keep you updated to get yourself updated on all our sessions on social media, on YT, on the app, and what are the facilities, the courses we run for our paid students. Correct? All right. I will see you again very soon in another editorial session. Until then, bye-bye. Take care. I have also other sessions. Do tune in to any of those sessions on essay writing, on MyCat, any of those, and look at all the notifications. All right.